Hello.
How are you
Okay. So introductions. Hi, I'm Sam.
doing?
Actually Samantha, obviously, as you can guess, but the French can't say TH, so I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Okay. So Chanel, am I saying it correctly?
Yes, I'm Chanel.
Okay. I told my husband I was going to talk to Chanel last night, and he's going, "Oh, get some perfume at the same time." So you've probably heard that one several times.
Well, to be honest, I'm more here the which one am I, number 5 or
Oh. Yeah. Or a little black dress, or
Yeah.
yeah, you'll have heard them all in your lifetime. Okay, so if I start by, let's share the screen, and can you log in to Jack and Jill?
So I don't think I've received the link yet for
Right.
it. So I'll
So,
let Jenny know.
right, I can tell you what it is. That's not a problem. If I log out,
Oh,
right, and then you can see,
Yep.
right, you are CDOSSANTOS.
Yeah.
So C and your surname in lowercase. That's the same for everybody.
Amazing.
And your password, and I don't think I can make your password viewable, but never mind, is capital J ACKN. So Jack N, capital J ILL 1. So Jack N Jill 1.
Amazing.
Okay. And there you are.
Fabulous.
Okay, so that is your login. And it's going to ask me if I want to save it, and no, I don't. Otherwise, I'd be saving every teacher's password. Okay, so if you see, this is the home page. Okay, so you have home, assess, which has mark book that you would use, learn, which has planner, which you would use, people, which is attendance, and form groups if you need to know who's in it, and messenger, which you will use. So there's about 4 things that you will use regularly. Okay, now this says you have Bright Ideas 1 in the morning. And if I click onto college, it will say, there's your lesson for the college in the afternoon. Okay. So first thing you do anytime is take attendance, either class. So you would click on people, attendance, and there's your 2 classes that you would take attendance for.
Amazing.
And if you go there, it does say it's actually very straightforward. It would say take attendance, and it would go up and say there's your students, and you would change it. They always come up as present. So if he's not there, one of those, whether he's left early or whether he's absent or he was late arriving, you probably take the attendance. It probably takes you 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes is get everybody settled and getting the attendance taken. So if he turns up 10, 15 minutes later than you started, yeah. In order for it to do anything, you have to press submit. Any page, press submit at the bottom. Okay, so I won't be pressing submit because I don't want to take attendance because it's Tuesday, not Wednesday, and to confuse everybody. Okay, so if I say that's you to take an attendance, and then that's it, you probably won't be going back to it. You will see this in action because Ginny's taking the class tomorrow morning. So you will see this in action when she's taking it. Okay. So the next thing to look at is the planner. It's saying there's no plan today because it automatically comes up with today's date. So we want tomorrow. So there is the Bright Ideas lesson, and there is the Kids Box lesson. We will look at the Kids Box lesson because you will see that in action tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you press on edit. I put this together last night, so spelling mistakes, I apologise. I picked Unit 6 because they seem to be about halfway through Unit 5.
Okay.
So I've said, we will do Unit 6. Let's just start on a fresh unit. So you're starting on at the first bit of a fresh unit, okay?
Yeah.
So they may turn around and say, oh, we're not up to that yet. We're on this in Unit 5, but there's no point you starting halfway through a unit. You will be as confused as they are. So you say, okay, I am a new teacher. We are starting here, and this is what we are going to do.
Yeah.
Okay. The unit is on senses. The idea I had is about the 5 senses with the verbs that go with them. So it says warm up, take attendance, go over the online practice. I have been over the online practice. You will not be doing that because they haven't done anything. A pencil case inspection. Make sure they've got the pencil cases on the desk. They need their pens. They will need a pencil. They'll need an eraser. For the younger students, they need colored pens. They need glue. They need scissors because they're doing a workshop. Your students are not doing a workshop, or this set of students are not doing a workshop. So they need a pen and a pencil and an eraser, a rubber, depending on which one you want me to call it. I'm British, so I do tend to call it a rubber, but I have lived in America for 5 years and got myself into a lot of trouble. So, hey, at the time, I had a child that was just going she went into preschool in America. And, you know, I'm sitting there going, and we bought a rubber in the UK that said, oh, this big rubber. I said, my big rubber. And, you know, I didn't think anything of it. And I got told you can't have that in class. Excuse me.
What do you mean?
Why not? Okay. The kids set up the tables. The kids should be in the rhythm of doing this. They should be doing this automatically. We'll go into the houses. We'll go into how everything's set up later. We'll just run through this. So in your resources, I've put down, this is given. This is your ID to get in. And this is the password. Okay. You've just seen we've chosen the JCO timetable. That's the photocopier code for the school. So if you have something that you want to photocopy, we have a certain number of photocopies. You can only do black and white, you can't do colour. I don't know where the photocopier is. This is Jeanne d'Arc. I don't know Jeanne d'Arc too well. I've only been once because I you know, it's a long way away from the other schools. So, and I have two classes on a Wednesday anyway. So getting over to Jeanne d'Arc, it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's telling you the whiteboard markers are in the bag, in the storage cupboard. You will have to get Alicia or Ginny to show you where the storage cupboard is and where everything is. Okay, when you arrive tomorrow morning. It says check the homework. I have been in and seen the homework. I wouldn't bother. I would say this is at this point we would normally check online homework, so make sure they know that you're going to be checking online homework and you're going to do it, but there isn't enough to do tomorrow. This is the website where the homework is. We'll go into this in a minute, and that's the ID for it and the password. Okay. Zero down. So I've put this together. This is a little bit more detailed than you normally need. I'll show you one of mine. This is slightly more detailed than you need because, you know, I'm giving it to you. Yeah. So we're doing Unit 6, which is in the class book is pages 54, 55, and 56. So the first page is 54. Put the book on the screen using given resources. We'll go to that in a minute. So, because there is another way to open the book, but you've only got 7 weeks left. This is going to be a lot easier if I just say, go here and open the book. And you're just using 2 sites. You go to Cambridge LMS and Gibbon, and we'll just leave it at that without confusing everything. Okay. So it says introduce the section by talking about the senses. So before you say open your books, or before you put the book on the board, what are the 5 senses? So, as you can tell, I'm very old, so I prefer pen and paper. You probably can't do that very well.
I love pen and paper, yeah. I'm using pen and paper today.
I'd written down sight. So we have sight, so you see, use your eyes. Hear, you listen, you use your ears. Touch, you feel, you use your hands mainly, but you can touch with things, yes. Smell, you use your nose. Taste, you eat, you use your tongue. So it's the sense, the verb, the noun, if you want, okay? But you get the students to see what they know about the senses. See if they know what the senses are. Do you know what senses are? Do we know what the 5 senses are? And then see if they know the verbs. And we get them to come and write them up on the board with your marker. So you introduce in the unit. Yeah. And this you would do at the beginning of a unit. This is the introduction to it. If it was houses, if you talk about different houses, if it was school, you talk about different lessons. So, when you start a unit, introduce it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Page 54, having looked at this, page 54 is a listen and do page. Page 55 is much more of a game page. Page 56 is a reading page. We will look at the book in a minute. Okay, so we will go through the book. And they have a workbook that they can actually write in. So they can start that in class. Okay, so here, that is to log into the computer in the classroom. Okay, and then if you're going to give them resources, you can put this book up online so you can see it. Okay, I'm not sure, Ginny put that in, but I'm not sure where it is. I don't use Kids Box. I haven't used Kids Box, so this is much more of, I've used Cambridge LMS, I've used other books on Cambridge, so I know the Cambridge books, but Kids Box 5 is on giving resources. It all works. Go on there, we'll use the book from there. Okay, so language homework. Now, there's a piece down here. Homework. Go to the online practice, do Unit 6, Vocabulary 1, Grammar 1, Reading 1, complete the workbook homework, pages 54, 55, 56. Go to My Little Weekly and answer the following questions. We'll go into My Little Weekly afterwards, but you would just copy and paste that and email it out. Okay. So I wrote this yesterday. It's all in a table format. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can duplicate this week by week so that some of the resources would stay the same and you would take out bits and pieces. So your attendance, those first warm-up activities would stay the same, and then you would change this so that you don't have to put all of this in each time, you just duplicate it. So if I go back to planner here, and this is this little picture here says duplicate. So if I press duplicate, and target class is JCO1,
When I'm assuming the date that it's on, which would be.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it should have changed. You should put it into the next week, and I'm not sure why it's not.
Do you think it's because tomorrow is technically not happened yet? So tomorrow is the.
No, you should be able to. I can plan these weeks in advance.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's go back here and see whether it's put it in. Yes, it has. So we'll get rid of that one. Yeah. And we'll press duplicate. JCO1. And we'll change the date to the 17th. And then your homework due date is obviously the week afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can go into here. You have this. You can edit it. They're still doing unit 6 because you won't finish unit 6 in 1 week. That you still have to do all of this, take attendance, do all of this.
Yeah.
But this bit will change. So this bit will change, whatever pages it gets up to. Depends on where you get up to. You wouldn't be introducing the section again. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be introducing the section again. So you wouldn't have the list on the board. You'd probably think of something else to do. And then this bit onwards is, yeah?
Yeah.
Wherever you're up to. And then your language homework would change. But all of this would stay the same. So you're just going in and changing this little bit. And we will submit that so that you can see your request was completed successfully. Okay, so you've got a plan in for next week. You just need you to put details in. If we go back to home, you'll see where the book is. Here it says view resources. It's on the right hand side.
I can't see on the mouse. Oh, there we go.
This is the home page. We're on
Yeah.
the home page. And here on the right hand side, it says resources.
Yeah.
So you click on view resources and you type in kids, and it comes up kids box 5.
Amazing.
There's the book. There's the book. Now, because it comes up here, we can now go back to this and open up the planner because it stays there.
Okay.
So you can set this up before the class and then go back to this and take attendance. So this will still be here. Okay. So this is the home page, this page. This page is the pupils book. This page is the workbook. These pages we don't have access to here. So the pupils book, senses. This is page 1 of senses. Okay, this meant you could hear the audio. So this is obviously listening to something there. You click on the audio, start the audio.
I'm not sure if, I'm not sure if it's due to the settings of the Zoom, but I can't hear anything. But I'm assuming something will be playing.
Yeah. Then it's obviously not coming through very well. What I will do is I will say, open it up at some point when you have free time. Open it up and play with it because you're not going to destroy anything with it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So if I go back here, sorry, sensors. So that piece there changes the activity. Okay. So although you can't hear it, you can go away and play it afterwards. So you can play it, and then I happen to know that that one goes there because I played this yesterday.
Okay.
And this one goes there, and this one goes there, and this one goes there, and then we check. Oh, I got them all right. But you could also just put that screen up on the board and use a pen to fill in the boxes rather than sitting there moving them, sitting in front of the computer and moving them. You could give somebody a pen and sort of say, put box number 1 in the right place. Yeah. So the advice would be, open up this, spend half an hour going through it. The volume symbol gives you the audio. That I've called the board. It's a board symbol, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here, the question mark enlarges this, what looks quite short. So you can put it up into larger print, and then you can do the activity because it asks you to write people's names in. So the activity will come in. What does it feel like? And we know that answer's Shari because we know that it feels like fur. That means down. So you would just go through it as the activity. Okay.
Yeah.
Go back. Oh wait, don't do that to me. Go back to the page. So, you know, that's what I would call a listening page. This is what I call the listening page. It's to introduce vocabulary, it's listening to it. The next page is much more of a games card. Think of 5 things which make different sounds. Write them down. Type it. It's much more of a game. It's much more interactive and much more. Do you understand what we've just done?
Yeah.
And the next page is a reading page. This is a reading the recipe for pizza. And you know, and then it's sort of like, you know, do you understand what you read? And that's probably about as far as you'll get in 2 hours, if you get that far.
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay. So what they have is they have this is the workbook. They should have a workbook themselves, a paper, actual physical workbook they can write in, but you can put it on the screen so that you can sit there and say, let's start this and see if we know what we're doing. Yeah, they should know how to do this. They should have been doing this now. This is their week, whatever, week 27, week 28. They should know this. They should be quite happy doing this. You know, obviously, the first word is it because it's got a capital letter. The last word is rain because it's got a full stop. It looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they should be fairly straightforward with this. But this is their workbook and they should be able to do this. And whilst they're doing this, you can go around and mark the workbooks. So you should have one of these pens, these beautiful pens. You mark in red.
Yeah.
If the students mark each other's, which you will do occasionally, they mark in green. And then black or blue is whatever choice you prefer for anything else. Okay. But whilst they start the workbook, which will be towards the end of the lesson, because you will give them the rest to do for homework, you can go around and mark what they should have done the week before.
Okay.
So you need to emphasize, I will be coming around and marking this. I will be checking up that you've done this. So they don't think, oh, I won't bother doing this. You can come round and sort of at the beginning of the lesson, when you're checking homework, you can go around and say, okay, Charles, let's have a look at your workbook. Have you done this? No. Charles has got 0 type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the actual book that you're doing. Mostly it's interactive. So that's the workbook. Go away. I'm not quite sure. Media library. I haven't used this book, so resources, links, bookmarks, notes, mask, pen. Obviously, you can use the pen and write on it there. I probably wouldn't. I would probably put it on the board and use a board marker to write rather than, because you need to face the class. And if you're sitting there facing the computer, you've no idea what the class is doing.
Yeah.
So it's much easier if you use a board marker and you put it on the board and we go, okay, we'll do it this way. Old-fashioned, but it's going to make more sense because you can see the class.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you need to do is you need to go here. So that's the what's it. You need to go onto this, log in as yourself, and then go on to resources. It was resources here.
Yeah. And have a little play around.
Open the book up, have a look at the book so that you're not totally lost. I used to say, if you go into planner, you'll see what I've put down as ideas as to what to do with the lesson. It's not hard format, you know, you can sit there and say, you know what, I'd like to talk about this. Fine. There is no right, wrong about this. This is, I'd like to do it this way. Fine, you do it that way. You know, it's whatever, you know, I mean, if a younger class with the senses, I would actually do the experiments. I would say, let's taste this. And I have done senses before with a CMD class and done, okay, put your hand in here, and it was cold custard and things like that. And you know, it's a good Halloween thing, cold custard. Let's taste this herb, you know, that thing, and they go, you know. But you know, you can do that, and you know, as long as you're not going to kill somebody, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd avoid nuts and I'd avoid lactose products. That's the normal, the usual allergies. But cold custard works really well because they're sitting there at Halloween yourself, because they can't see it and they can just feel it and they go, it's horrible, it's disgusting. So what was that? That was planner. So that's learn. I mean, you open this up, as long as you don't press submit, you won't change anything.
Yeah.
In assess, mark book, I put you a mark book in for this week. In order to put marks in, enter data. I put them in as percentages. You know, you go, okay, no hang got that, Kate got that, you know, Tom got incomplete because Tom was absent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally I would do this for homework. I'm not going to save it, so it won't do anything. Normally I would do this for homework, but it doesn't look like they were set any homework. So you could do it for this week on, I don't know, behaviour in class. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, lovely.
In order to create next week's thing, you go to add. So you add, and you only need the ones there. So, okay, it's week, call it unit 6, 3 and 4. I don't know, I can't see any lessons, but we'll do that. Description, homework. Yeah.
Okay.
Type, other. If you see there's sometimes you'll have tests, there's homework, there's tests, units, end of year. You get a choice, completion, so it's complete or incomplete, percentage. Normally for the older children, you would be doing a percentage or a letter grade. For the younger children, I have a SAPE class and they get complete or incomplete. They've done the homework, they haven't done the homework. My SAM and SAMD class is a percentage grade. I wouldn't bother with the effort scale, so I put no in. And you need a go live date, so that's viewable. So this would be for the 17th. So you go live date, or make it the Monday, the 22nd. This form's not been filled in correctly. What have I not filled in? Oh, attainment scale. Percentage.
Okay.
So now if you look at the mark book, there's 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've put lessons 1 and 2, lessons 3 and 4. So it's you know, up to you. I mean, I normally, if it's mine, I have them all in weeks. So week 1, week 2, but I'm trying to go with what's already there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the mark book. That's the planner. That's attendance. To set homework, you go to Messenger. And new message.
Yeah.
So that's you, it's coming from you. Okay. This is an email address on INEOS. You should have been sent these details? Have you been sent these details?
I'll have a look in I haven't noticed anything, but I'll have a look through Jenny's emails again just to double check.
Right, I'll check to make sure it's been sent to you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that is the email address that you've been given. So subject, it's obviously this because this is my computer, it's coming up saying it's what's it homework. JACO1 homework. Whatever the homework is tomorrow. A, B, C, D, whatever. Yeah. You can copy and paste it from the planner.
Okay.
Where you saw it at the bottom, it had I'd put in homework, you can just copy and paste it in.
Yeah.
And you pick form group.
Yeah.
Don't pick class, pick form group. And you pick JA College 1. And then you submit. And we're not going to because I've not written anything in the parents. And then it will go out to all the parents.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Okay. So we'll delete it. We won't do that. So if you look at planner, I open it. Here it just said language homework, but here underneath homework, it's got an actual thing. You can just copy and paste that and send it as the email. Okay. So dear class college 1, and then homework. You have to put in some questions from My Little Weekly for them to answer. We will now go on to find My Little Weekly because it changes on a Friday, so it updates on a Friday. So it's normally better to fill this in on a Friday and send it out on the Friday.
Right, okay.
Because if you send it out on a Thursday, I don't know when you're working, but if you send it out on a Thursday, then it's on last week's news. Whereas this Friday, if it's this Friday, it will be about the coronation. It will be about things that happened this week. But then you can sort of fill it in and copy and paste it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, if I go here, and I bet I've not got My Little Weekly up, had I? My Little Weekly. Right, playback press, My Little Weekly. And to move us. The account. Go away. Is Jack and Jill at free.fr. I bet I've not pressed the right one. So connected. I know I'm connected. Go on. Press them both. See what happens. I know it's that. I have all of my passwords written down in my book. So
might just be the internet taking some time.
It's not this computer that's slow. This is a slow website, this one.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Right, so I won't bother letting it update. I will get rid of it. Normally My Little Weekly lets you read it for free for a week.
Okay.
I don't want to whatever, but normally you can see it and read it.
Okay.
And you can just have a look at it. What I'll do is when I finish this call, I will send you the correct bonbons and you know,
Yeah.
minus a weekly in English. That's the reason wanting to. No, I don't want you to do. I don't want you to do that. I don't know why it's not a site I use very often, but because I don't do college classes.
Yeah.
But then you would. It's like a little newspaper, and you could go and pick. There are 5 articles, and you can just pick 5 items.
Amazing.
So I'll send. What I'll do is I'll send you the proper details, and you can open it and have a look, assuming that you've got nothing else to do this evening.
Well, this evening I'll be quite busy, but I'm sure I'll find some time between today and tomorrow to just have a little.
Yeah, to have a look at it. Right, this is where you find your students. So if I log out, might as well start from the beginning. This is Cambridge LMS. Okay, the website was on the what's it page.
Yes.
The planner. So your username is Great Teacher. The password, and this is also on that planner page. It's Jack and Jill 111. Log in. This is definitely a slow page. This website is disappearing, so don't worry about this. We know this website's disappearing. There is another website that we are using at the same time, but right. It so happens that Kidsbox is on this one because Kidsbox wasn't on the other one. So when we set this class up in September, we had to set it up on this website. So there's Kidsbox level 5. Show the class list. You click underneath your class name. So this is your class. Class details. You won't be using it. This you use at the beginning of the year when you set it up, just for information's sake. This is what it is. Manage students. These are the students in your class.
Okay.
You can see the last time they went on, if they've been on at all. So Alexandra went on 1st of December. That's probably when he was enrolled. Let's think of one that I know actually does the work. So you can see that's when they were enrolled. Oh no, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry, excuse me. Report card's what I want. Go to the report card. There. Now we can see the last time they went on and how much work they've done. So Yale seems to be the best. Last time he was on was the 17th of April, which was basically when we finished with the holidays. He's got 89% of the way through it. If you click underneath his name, you can see him specifically. So you can see what he's done in each unit. He's gone past the unit. He's up to unit 7. Wow. So if I open up unit 6, which is where you're starting, he's done all of that. He had a problem with grammar 2.
Yeah.
Got 33%. So there's something in grammar 2 that he didn't understand. He's probably, like quite a lot of these do only 1 attempt. It takes a bit of you can do more than 1 attempt. Yeah. You have to say you can do more than 1 attempt. So he's done most of it. He's had a problem with grammar 2. He's had a problem with reading 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, the problem with Cambridge, this website, is you can't see what he did wrong.
Right. Okay.
Right. So I can't tell you what he's done wrong. All I can tell you is that's his mark. Yeah.
But at least you have an idea of what they're understanding and what they're not.
Yeah, the only way for me to tell you what he did wrong was to try and log in as him, but then you end up doing the exercise from the beginning. It doesn't save what he's done. And they all seem to have changed their passwords, because I know I set this class up, so I know what the passwords were. And I've tried going in as a couple of students, and it's not letting me in with the password that I set them up as. So I can't tell you, exactly what they've done, but I do know that I've used this before for the other books on Cambridge, and this is why they've changed the website. It's useless, this website.
Really?
This is why they're getting rid of it, because, all right, I can tell you he's done his homework, and that's what he's done. So when you say, the homework that I set for this week was vocabulary 1, grammar 1, and reading 1, well, he's already done it, and he's already got 100%. But if I go back to the class, Luan hasn't been on it at all. Neither is Tess. I don't know how to say it. Neither is Tess.
Yeah.
I've no idea why Augustine says he's been on it for 99 hours. He's done something really good there when it says he's been on for 99 hours.
Definitely left it running by accident.
Yeah, I think he's left it on and it's just sat there going, but yeah. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that haven't, 5 that haven't been on at all.
Yeah.
One of these, and I can't remember which one it is, isn't registered, because what they did is at the beginning of a year, there are codes in the front of the book. I took the codes, I registered them, but Hannah gave the books out. So some children went home and used the codes to register and then got themselves stuck. And I then can't get in.
Yeah.
To log them in. So I ended up going backwards and forwards with Cambridge saying, I need to get in, I need to see what they've done. So this is what you can see on this page. This is really all you can see. If you go to notifications on this page, right, I want to be able to send a notification. It's done notification listing. I don't want notification listing. You should be able to write a notification. And it probably is here. Yeah. This is another problem with this one. You have to keep going back to the beginning to, right, new announcement. I can put in a new announcement. And I can write, this is the other place you can write your email saying this is your homework. So title, homework, message, copy and paste.
Okay.
And then it goes due date and all the rest of it. Yeah. And you can send it there. So that's the other place to set the homework. Now, it's advisable to set it in both places. If I go to Bright Ideas, okay, this is my class.
All right, okay.
So this is my class.
I was just going to ask, do you find that you're in all 3 of these every time you teach, or is it you only go into these 2 every so often?
Cambridge LMS, you would only go in when you're checking homework, and you're checking homework every week. That's part of your admin. Your admin is to check the homework, and you've got 2 things. You have to set your planner, write the report. The report has to be in Thursday, Friday, because I check that you've written a report, so I check how the lesson's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have to set homework.
Yeah.
So these are my students. If I go to messages here, this would have been me setting homework. So this was just before the holidays for tomorrow. Here's your homework for the holidays. This was an unusual one. So, this is what they have. Not quite often they have vocabulary to learn and things like that. So if I go and find one, that one. I've corrected somebody's homework. So I've asked them to write something. So here's your homework for next week. Online Unit 6, spellings, 5 sentences on your favourite lessons, learn the words for a play. Have a good week, Mrs. Elwell. They should call you Ms. Are you married or not?
Oh, no.
Then you should insist on them calling you Miss or Ms, whichever you prefer. Just Santos, not your first name. It is your surname, and for both classes.
Yeah.
Okay. You do not ask them to call you by your first name.
Yeah.
Only with really small classes, so really with babies, maternelle classes. Then you would say, okay, Miss Chanel. But after that, it's no, Mrs. Elwell. Okay. So I corrected it because he'd written it in French there, and he'd put his apostrophe in the wrong place there. So I'd sent corrections, which is what you get. And I had sent out the corrections for him. So this is mine. Now I'm going to go to the classroom. This is Bright Ideas, which you're also, this is Bright Ideas 2. You'll be teaching Bright Ideas 1. This is a much more nice system. I could call my students. So there's Benjamin. And I could go to Benjamin Unit 6. And I can see exactly what he's done, how many times he's tried, how long it took him. This is a much nicer website.
Yeah.
So I can say, okay, he did 3 attempts on vocabulary there, but he got 100% in the end. So it took him 3 times and 4 times there. So I can see where it's taken him a long time. It's taken him more times on the vocabulary than it is on some of the other things. Yeah. But he works at it. He's got 100%.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I've got some very nice students in this class. They're also quite happy to work. And then in the messages, they've sent me, when they sent me a message, they either send it there or they send it to discussions. So, but they're a bit confused about sending it to messages or discussions. So I let them send it to either place. Yeah, so that's Leia yesterday. And most of these would have been 3 weeks ago. Discussions is much more like they can talk to each other, so they can all see these ones. Messages would come to me.
Yeah.
So messages come to me. Discussions is like an online forum. They can talk to each other, which is why you've got Garon saying there, have we got any homework? She should have written it in English, but I let her off. She was sick. So this is my class. This is the class you are taking. These are your students here. And it always starts on the first student, so you can see how the first student's done. The last student hasn't finished Unit 6 yet. These ones in blue, these mean this unit is locked.
Yeah.
And it should stay locked until you're ready to start it.
Yeah.
So, because that stops them from, you get some students that just work all the way through it. You know, you come back after 2 weeks and they've worked all the way through it. They've just spent 4 hours on the computer and just done them all. You're sitting there going, okay, that's a waste of time. I've got nothing to give you now. You can see that it's saying there's 3 messages. So I've got 3 messages in the inbox. This is my inbox. I have no idea what they are. I think this might be Ginny setting it up, because Ginny's been in playing with it because she's going to take the lesson tomorrow. So she's been in playing because she needed to know where they were up to. This is a much nicer system. It's much more friendly. This again is basically homework. There's another website. here, which has the interactive book on.
Okay.
So it's sign in. Sign in. It says the class book and the activity book. So that's Unit 6, Lesson 8. There are 10 lessons per thing. And the blue bit means it's an audio that will play. The A, B means activity book, and it will automatically switch to the activity book for you to look at it. These arrows mean it's a video that comes up and you can watch. It's a much nicer system, and the children like it. It's a really nice system. So you will see Ginny using it. What I will do is I will email you every website and every password ID and every password. I'll just send you an email with that, because then you're not going to sort of put, if you put in the wrong ones, this one, if you go here, go to home, there are 7 classes and we're all in on the same username and the same password. If you put in the wrong password, we're all stuck.
Oh dear, yeah.
And it has happened, and we are all stuck and we're all going, I can't get on. And if you can't get on, you can't do anything because it knocks this out and it knocks out the overhead book. So we can't get on and do anything. So if you think I haven't got the right password, stop. Don't go anywhere. Stop. SMS me, text me, WhatsApp me, whatever. But say, what is the password? Yeah. Before you make a mistake. Yeah. So I will close this one down, save and close. So as you can see, this is where, that's my book, my 2 books there. These are the other Oxford books. Now, close this one down. As I said, this is where, close it, we're not going to send anything. This is where you have to go in and use it. It's not a great website. This is why they're getting rid of it. There is another website and that is much better. It's still not great. You still can't see what they've done, but it is much better. My teacher, yeah. So these are what we call the Cambridge books. Elisha, who's one of the other teachers at the school, is doing Fun for Flyers. Fun for Movers is for Samer. Fun for Starters, Samer. That was just an addition that's been right. And there's Kids Box. I'm not sure if we'll use Kids Box again. I think we were using up stock. These people take an exam at the end of this. So the parents really like these books because after 2 years, they sit an exam and they've got an actual grade that's equivalent to whatever the French is. So that they like these books. I don't mind these books, but you have to be confident enough and make up bits to go in between.
Yeah.
You see, the bright idea is when you could just follow that. You could just do what it says and play the games and do what it says. It's all there on the screen. These, you need to have the discussion. Like I said about the census, you need to be sitting there putting this stuff up on the board from the back of your head. Okay, it's this, let's do this. Now, I'm a scientist and I quite like doing that. Yeah. So to me, it's, I'm quite happy doing that. And these books I'm fine with. I won't go into all the other books we teach, but this is what's on this site. You will see this one. Okay. What you need to do, let's log out of this. Just get rid of it there. This was the Kids Box one. Right. What I need you to do right now is, if I stop sharing, And are you in front of a computer?
Yeah.
Right. If I get you to let you share the screen, so I make why nominate co-host. Yeah. Okay. Share your screen and log in to Jack and Jill, the Gibbon site.
Bear with me a second. It's like, oh dear. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Share. Screen. Okay.
I'll take my hands off everything because the problem is I tend to touch the mouse.
Oh. Can you see my screen?
No, at the moment I can't see your screen. So why can't I see your screen? Do I have to get rid of me?
So it says zoom or I think it might be something to do with my settings, to be honest. Let me just see what it's doing here. Oh dear.
I know I nominated you as a co-host, so you should be able to share your screen.
Yeah, I think it's taken me to my my settings, but I can't see anything. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I've just changed something in my settings. Yeah. Are you able to see my screen now?
I can see, yeah, what looks like a snake or something.
Oh yes, that is my child.
Is it alive?
Yes, it is. She is she's my pet.
Okay, you can keep her there.
I will. You will see my keyboard at the moment just because my actual keyboard is busy charging. Chill.fr. Okay. I'm assuming
all lowercase, so the C
right.
has to be lowercase.
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Right, so Jack and Jill 1. Let's see. List. As it, why is it not logged in? No, dear.
No, that's not your login.
Yeah, it's auto-filled it. Let's try that again.
I will say it's done this to me before. And you know, you've not done anything wrong. It just sort of seems to want you to log in twice. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
So that's you. That's your home page. So first of all, let's open up the book. That's the first thing you'll do in tomorrow afternoon.
So the learning. Oh. Oh dear.
Yeah.
The mark book or
Yeah, how are you going with Oxford One and the usuals?
I've just been on it. Works.
What did you use?
Oxford One.
English book charter with all the books.
English file or English?
No,
English learners. Oxford learners.
Yeah, Oxford.
Learners bookshelf.
Yes, I've got Oxford One with the book. And what's the password? Oxford One. Oxford One. Yeah, there you go. Sorry,
Okay. So open up the book. So you need to go to view resources. You're on the home page.
Yes.
So view resources. Right. In the tag. So
In
it's
this
the tags, the very first thing you put in kids box.
from here, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, nothing's coming.
Where do you put it in? You need to put it in the tag. The very in the underneath filters it says tags. I'm not seeing anything tap in.
Oh, in this tag, there we go.
Yeah.
That's right. It was number 5.
And it comes up. That's as far as you need to go. It's there. Kids box 5.
Yeah.
And then press go. And then it's there. So you can now open up the book.
Amazing.
All right. So now you can leave the book as it is, because you should be able to go back to the gibbon and leave the book open.
All right. Okay. Yes, because it'll be on a different tab, won't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
So now you can go back to you starting your lesson. Let's open up attendance.
So, oh, bear with me. It's all gonna have to take getting used to.
Yeah, because it's one of those going. It's there. Just click on it. But you go across the home page. There it is. Yeah.
I have taken notes down, and I was trying. I think I need to make them a little bit nicer this afternoon. Okay. So yes, obviously this will be done first thing in the morning.
Yeah. So you take attendance, and you'd say, okay, these people are here. I've looked. There's one that I haven't told you about, but don't. Yeah. At the end of it, you would press submit, and then you would go back to. You could put planner up in case you wanted to know what you were going to do for the day.
Planner, there we go.
Right, it's saying there's no records because it's the wrong date.
Yes.
So on the right hand side, you can change it to
There we go.
Choose a date. So we can put the 10th in. And then there you go. You can open up. There is a view, but I always press edit just in case I want to change something. So if you press the pencil.
Yes.
Right, that's your morning class.
Yes, that's one with Jenny.
Yeah. Can you see if you scroll up?
Sorry, I'll go back into that one.
Yeah. Doesn't matter which one you do it on. If you scroll up so I can see the actual lesson plan. Scroll up, scroll down. Right. Can you see the boxes on the right hand side that say report?
Yes.
That is for you to write in after the lesson to say how it went. This is, this is how this went or whatever. So you're going, okay, they did really well on this, but they need to work on the past tense of this verb or whatever. Just notes on how the lesson's gone, and also notes on the behaviour of the students. Children were well behaved. I have to speak to Delia about this. Yeah. So it's just notes and studying. I look at these. So I actually go in and look at everybody's of these on a Friday afternoon, evening, or over the weekend. So I go in and look, and you will get an email from me saying, you know what, you need to do this.
Yeah.
So nobody's expecting perfection the first week.
Yes.
But what you will get is an email going, you need to think about putting this in, or a bit more detail, or you don't need to put quite that much detail in.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely.
Yeah. So it's a report as to how the lesson went, how the children were, what you think could change. If you sit and say, you know what, this bit of the book does this, wouldn't it be a good idea if we discuss this as well?
Yeah.
Because we can go back to this in future time and go, okay, we'll change it. Yeah. So
wonderful.
There are sections in this that you would not touch. there are sections of the smart blocks. We tried using it. The system is built for an international school where they're teaching every day, all day. And they're running the same program year after year. And that's what the smart blocks does. So we don't use it.
Okay.
Because we're not teaching every day. You know, you have half an hour's admin. You don't have time to go in and put all this information in. And to be honest, neither myself or Leela, who's the admin person, have time to go in and put it all in either.
Yeah.
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 So you can see here, this is Ginny's put in this for, yeah, you know, you could copy her questions for My Little Weekly without me having to go in, because she's already put her questions in for My Little Weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, lovely.
And they have to email you back the answers for those.
Okay.
So that is the email that I have. I will send you, you know, the email that was at Jack and Jill.
Okay.
.fr. Most of the passwords for this are Jack and Jill 1.
Yeah.
The case of Cambridge, it's Jack and Jill 111. We must have used Jack and Jill 1 too many times. So the passwords are quite often the same. The Oxford book, we've had to change it to Oxford 1 because somebody changed logged us out with the password, and we had to reset the password, and it wouldn't let us have Jack and Jill 1, so we just picked another password. So maybe it's better to have them slightly different. I don't know. I mean, personally, I have a notebook, and in the back of my notebook, I have a list of printer codes. I have a list of because I'm the admin, and I get people coming to me going, "What's the printer code on?" You know, things like that. So I have the printer codes for everybody, and I have email addresses, websites, ID, password for everything.
Yeah.
For you to get into places. So if you forget one, I will have it in my book.
Amazing. To be honest, I'll probably end up having them all in my book as well, because I keep all my passwords somewhere.
Yeah, well, actually, you know, I have a nice black book in my drawer that's got all my passwords for my bank, my Impo, my URSAF, everything, because they're all slightly different, and it's like I can't keep them all. So
yeah,
I just have a black book with them all in. You know, you just flip. Anybody robs my house and opens up the drawer in the office, it's like, okay, I can now access absolutely everything.
Yeah. It is both of them. Yeah,
it is. I mean, at least it doesn't say, it's not got on the back outside of it passwords, but it is one of those that it's impossible nowadays to keep them all. And if you keep them all on your computer, or you lose your computer, or your computer crashes, then you're stuck.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
I agree with you.
yeah, it's one of those. So you can get in, you can see the book. The Cambridge LMS website, you need to get on to do the homework. So you'll need to go on to the site just so you can see it.
Yeah.
And as I said, the new notification is where you send out the homework. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to ask you, do you have any questions?
At this point, I do not. I do feel that when I start using it, I will probably have quite a few.
I mean, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm not free.
Yeah.
Because I come in from on a train for about an hour and a half. I don't actually live in Paris anymore. I live out towards Auxerre.
I'll stop sharing so you can see my face again.
I live out towards Auxerre, so I don't live in Paris. I'm at 1.5 hours. I don't drive either, so I'm a distance away. So I come in, I teach at the Institute, which is here in Langley, Tuesday evenings. I sleep here overnight. I teach here at one school here, and then I teach in Shell on a Wednesday afternoon. and then I go home again, and my husband cuts my tea for me, which is very nice. So I mean, I don't get home until 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So really, don't, if you expect an answer Tuesday or Wednesday, probably not. You know, what I was going to say was lost me. I can answer virtually any other day of the week. If you text me urgent, I'll answer you. You know, we have a WhatsApp group, which we can add you to. So you know, we will answer text. I noticed it's not an iPhone, so I can't do FaceTime. But if you enter the WhatsApp, we put you in the WhatsApp group. I'll make a note, put in WhatsApp groups.
Oh, I'm already in it. So if I have any questions, I'll probably ask it in there so that whoever's available can answer it. Yeah.
It's one of those that, you know, Alicia might know the answer to it, or because you'll be in the JA, John Dark one. So Alicia might know. Layla's fairly new, so Layla may not know the answer, but I can see the Jean d'Arc one, and Ginny can see the Jean d'Arc one, so we can go, oh, you know what, this is what you need. What you have to remember is, for your morning class, your elementary school classes, take pictures and upload 3 pictures to the WhatsApp group each week. So when they're doing their workshop activities, okay? So you need to take pictures.
Okay.
Really, tomorrow morning, go in with a notebook and a pencil and just scribble.
Oh, I absolutely am going to.
Yeah,
I'm already
do
scribbling.
do this, because there's bound to be something that I've not said that you think, oh, why didn't you mention this? And you go, you know what? I just do. You know, I've been doing this 5 years or whatever. You just do it. Yeah. So you just go in and do. And I've not thought, oh, you need to know this. So as I say, I will email you afterwards the list of, I've got in the back of my book, the list of email addresses, the list of IDs and password that go with each email address. I'm not quite sure why I couldn't get onto My Little Weekly. It looks like it's being funny on me, because I normally go in every week, because I have to do the same. I have to go in and do the WhatsApp, but I set my homework on a Friday, because I don't give it to my SAPE class, because my SAPE class, they're not all on computers. So you have to look at your age of your class. Your class is CMA, I believe, see the CA do or CMA. So they're all, I've got access to the computers, so that's fine. But when I've got SAPE, they're only just about learning to read and write, never mind access the computer. So I'm not asking them to do something. I'm more likely to send them homework, an email to the parents saying, draw me a picture of a house and label the rooms. Yeah, it's more like that. So they practice the rooms. That's what we're doing at the moment, is houses and bedroom, dining room. So yeah, that type of thing. Any questions? Anybody will try and answer the questions. Alicia's there with you at Jean d'Arc all day.
Can you hear? Are you well?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, I'm fine. I'm just wanting to say that I've the planners, the lesson plans,
Yes,
that we both tried to create, didn't actually go into the timetable. So if you click,
opened it.
well, that's because I just saved it. Go into it now. Share screen. Go into it now. You don't need to have participants. Click on that and take off participants.
Oh, it's because she was opening it up for me before.
Not sharing the screen, so she can't see. Just go back where you were.
Ah, dear.
Come on, share screen. But first of all, click here. Click on participants here. Click on this. Participants. No, click on it. Just click. There you go. Then you get your full screen. Now go to share screen. Right. So go here. That's it. Can you see, Chanel?
Yes, I can.
Right. Okay. So if we go down, go down. Yeah, you're in it. It wasn't actually. It wasn't attached. If you went to our home page, it didn't appear.
It was there, so that's how we got there.
A green tick.
Yeah.
Because I went on it and it wasn't there. Your bright ideas. Are you
That's
talking about bright ideas or about
No, we did both. We did both.
Well,
There's
well,
John Dark at college. And it was there.
Okay, it wasn't there for me, so it's in there now.
Right.
What else did I want to say? I've added in my weekly homework. Well, have a look at it again. My weekly homework. Might not
Yeah, no, I said my password wasn't working, so I said I've not brought my booking with me to do the password. So for my weekly, my little weekly. Yes, I know, because it wasn't coming up, it wasn't working. Watch.
Well, I've been into it. Not there, not there. Go down, there. No. Je me connecte. Votre adresse email, we don't care about that, just say accept. There you go, se connecter. Say tout accepter. You go. There you are.
This one, Jack and Jill one, isn't
Jack
it?
and
It's
Jill.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill Ordinary, click on it. There you go.
I thought maybe I'd put the wrong password in. I didn't want to. My weekly.
So are you talking to about the little babies now or the
No,
young ones?
this was for John Dark College.
College, so they would go into my
They would
weekly.
go into my
Well, I've
weekly.
set the questions for you. I've just done the questions for you, Chanel. So if you go into your timetable, click on the planner, go into the lesson plan, go down, you'll see that the homework, I put it all in.
You put them in because I just left it as what, so I just left it 1, 2, 3.
Great, yeah, well, I've done them. I thought we should have time to do that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I did.
Column as well, I've updated the mark book columns and sorted out the mark book columns, a whole load of empty columns. So I've just sorted that out.
Like we put into that's
Good.
for tomorrow and that's for
Good.
next week.
Is that Bright Ideas or college?
This is college.
Okay.
Oh no. I know. Okay. Got me confused.
Yeah, I think at the moment it is there's a lot of different platforms to touch on and remember, but I'm pretty sure
That's why I was just keeping it. I was trying to keep it to a minimum of go into Gibbon, open up your book. Go into Cambridge LMAS, that's where you'll see the homework, but you won't need it for the lesson. So the thing you're going to use for the lesson is Gibbon. That's going to have the book up and you're going to have attendance. And that's what you need for the lesson. Because after that, you can come back and say, okay, you can SMS me and go, what do I need to do now? What should I be doing now? You need to go and write a report. You need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I'm sure once I get going, I'll get into the swing of everything.
Well, once you do get going, it's one of those. It's you sit there going, I've got half an hour, and I'm not going to get it done. But it does work quite quickly. Going to do that one. You know what I'm going to show you? I'm going to show you one thing that you won't have to do anything, but I'm going to show it you. So. Right. These are Google workshops. We'll need to add you. This is Jeanne d'Arc. And you only do workshops for your morning class. And move you up so I can see the bottom. That's period 5. And this is your class. And I put in, Ginny's obviously changed that one, but I put in some things, some items for workshops.
Yeah.
So on those 2 dates, you don't have to do workshop because those 2 are sports day. And the last week is just a party.
Okay.
So there are already workshops in. So we need to make sure that you're shared on the Google, shared on. Do you have a Gmail account?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Shared on Google Docs. And what I'll do is I'll email you an invite. So actually, Ginny might have already done it since she's been in. Yeah, she's put you in.
Oh,
So you're already in. So you probably received an email.
fabulous.
So you probably already received an email saying, this is what you need to do. You should be able to get in. So you should be able to get in, and this is what it is. So you can go in for the workshops for the morning and say, oh, look, they're going to make musical lyres. There's the what's it, that's what I need some card and elastic bands. I couldn't put the photos in, I'm sorry. It was being a bit of a pain. This week it's going to be Mother's Day. There's an idea for a Mother's Day card. You can see the picture when you just want to click, hover over the link. Yeah. This one, we're getting some sunny weather. Oh, we can do a nature hunt. We can go outside and do a nature hunt. Oh, look, there's an idea for a nature hunt type of thing that, you know, we can just print off this. As I say there, it's a Father's Day card. So you don't have to worry too much about thinking for these. At the beginning of the year, when we start in September, you have to fill in each period, and each period should be filled in before we start the period. Yeah, so you have to, the period 1 is September through to mid-October. Period 2 is November through to Christmas. Then there's the Christmas concert, where you put in which song you were doing. Period 3 is there. Period 4, we've just done. We then had the show. So this is what they needed for the show. We are on period 5. So this is where we've got, these are here. So you can go in and you can change them. You know, this isn't saying you have to do this, but they are there if you need them. Sports Day is not yet down. This is for me to fill in, and then for you to go in and look at it and say, oh, this is what I need to do on the day. So for Sports Day, it will be in the playground. Layla is down to set up the games. You are there to take down the games, and Alicia will be the scorer and the announcer. Now, your Sports Day is on the 28th of June. Well, we all finish on the 14th. So both Ginny and I can be there to help with Sports Day. So it's not just 3 of you trying to run a Sports Day. And we wouldn't do that. It's both yourself and Layla and you. You know, you've probably got no idea what's going on. So we will turn up and we will help with these type of things. Whether it's me and Ginny, whether it's just Ginny, but one of us at least will be there to sort of, so that we've got an extra person that knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will make, in the next couple of weeks, I will make, Sports Day is children get separated into the houses, and this isn't college, this is just elementary. They go into the houses and they compete in a house. And did you have houses at school? Do you know what I'm talking about? Right. Because I know some people don't, especially the Americans don't know what I'm talking about when I say houses. You know, back when I was at school, it was Drake, Shackleton, Cook. Who was the other one? Drake, Shackleton, Cook. Obviously, they were explorers. These are based on authors, British authors.
Oh, lovely.
So there's Austen, Bronte, Dickens, and Shakespeare. And they all have a different colour. So Austen is red, Bronte is green, Dickens is yellow, and Shakespeare is blue. So you will understand as we go through, they all have a different colour, they're all in the houses. Each class, if you have 12 students in a class, ideally 3 students should be in each house, but they stay in the same house all the way through school.
Yeah.
So ideally, if you have 12 students, 3 are in each house.
Yeah.
As they get further up the school, as the school gets older, you end up with very mismatched houses because people have left and new people have joined and they've switched houses. So, you know, I can end up with, I have 16 at Gasney Gee, and I can end up with sort of 7 in one house and then 3, 3 and 3. And, you know, but it should even out across the school, because by the time we put the school together, it should even out. Okay. It will make more sense as you work the system.
Yeah.
What you do is, you'll see Ginny tomorrow, you put the names on the board in their houses. So Adam, Jake, Brian are in Austin. So they're in the top 3, and then you know, so they're in 3s. And for the homework, they get points. Keep a tally system on the board. So they've received, okay, Adam got 3 points because he completed all of his homework. Brian didn't do any homework, so he's not got any points, but he was off sick, so he won't excuse him, but we don't give him any points. And then you go, and so-and-so was helping in class, was really good, but Brian was really good in class, so we'll give him 2 points because he was really helping the other students in class. You know, and then at the end of the lesson, you have to remember you've got to finish. You give yourself time to do this because you need to be out the door at 12. But you sit there and they come to you with their red books. At the back of their red books is a little piece of paper where you can say, this is how many points you've got. And they get certificates for how far they get with the number of points. And for the younger students especially, this is quite good motivation. You know, they say, look, I've got a gold certificate. Oh, no, I've only got a bronze. You know, but really get quite competitive about it. So, you know, why have I only got 3 points this week? Well, you didn't do your homework. Oh, right, I'm doing my homework next week. So it does work.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that you will see it, and you'll see Ginny putting the points in the book at the end. You need to sort of, it's especially the elementary class, you need to be very much, you're doing this, we're setting up. I've got to give time to tidy up the classroom and put things away. The children tidy up, the children put things away. The children love being given a brush and being told to brush up. So you give them the brush, you tell them, right, you're tidying up. Okay, you got an extra point because you tidied up this week. Yeah. So they tidy up, they put things back. Take a picture of the classroom when you arrive, take a picture when you leave. Because if the teacher at the school comes back and said, you've left the classroom in a mess, and you've got a picture that says, no, the classroom was tidy when I left. Yeah, because we do get complaints. So 2 photos. Everybody's got a photo, a camera on their phone. 2 photos. This is what the classroom was like when we arrived. This is what it was like when I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's your and you only need to keep them on for a week, because if the teacher's going to complain, they'll complain within the week.
Yeah.
And they'll complain to myself or to Ginny, and they'll be going, oh no, the classroom is a mess. And I'm going, okay, can you show me your photos? You know, you should have put, you know, chairs on the tables. You should, you know, of course you can fill the bin up. Of course you can't help it. You're going to put stuff in the bin. It's annoying that some schools, especially at Solomon, they clean the classrooms on a Wednesday morning. Well, that's not an awful lot of use to me, because I'm teaching there in the morning. You know, you could put these 3 classrooms to be cleaned up at lunchtime when I've gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, just keep an eye on it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Go in, have a look at it. As I say, I'll send you the emails with what I've got.
Amazing.
Go in, open the book, just play with it like a little game. Same with the Gibbon, just don't press submit. You can open up everything, just don't press submit. Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions? I can answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can answer. Alicia can answer on the day. It'll all go fine. Don't worry about it. We've all done the first day. It'll all go fine.
Thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time out as well today and putting all this together. So thank you so much.
That's okay. I didn't have anything else to do last night. I sat there with a glass of wine last night making a what's it plan, a lesson plan. Okay. All right. I won't see you tomorrow, but have a good time. And as I say, to contact me, any questions.
I will do. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your day and tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow as well. All right. Thank you.
I'll chat to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.